everyone, and welcome back to Blue Rose. Lena. Erin is waiting in town together with their sister and several other townspeople that I recognize. Her worried face lines up as she sees all of us returning. You made it? Yes. I knew you could do it. As far as we know, we managed to disperse all enemy activity in this area. Hopefully that means this place will be remain safe for now. A relieved shudder breaks out among the people. Everyone is obviously happy about this being over so soon. So that means we made it. The conflict here is over. They won't be able to send a message back home now, right? That's good news. Simon's expression is distant like my own. He and Gavin found me in the Vale soon after the incident with the Dale. I told them what had happened, and Simon had been just as shocked as me by the realization that we had been deceived by Care all along. We had to make sure this time. Simon speaks in a low voice, so not to alarm the townspeople. We have to account for everyone. Adele, too. Toby, I haven't seen Aaron. He played his part in the battle. It would be easy if he could search the crevice for us, but I will try and find a way down there tomorrow, see if I can find their body. Yes. What are you all talking about? Nothing. It would be better not to worry all of them. Now, if I talk about Adele, that wouldn't help matters anyway. Adele's treachery has nothing to do with this quiet little town. You should know that this should be celebrated. Celebrated? It's not a bad idea. Everyone here could use some cheering up anyway. We haven't had any real celebrations in this town for a long time. Yeah, let's have a full-blown festival. I miss going to festivals. Wait, is that really necessary? Give this serious attitude a rest, Tobias. Some festivity wouldn't hurt once in a while, would it? But is it really appropriate? Gavin is right. Going around worrying about the future all the time isn't helping anyone. You should relax from time to time. And that's settled. I can't wait. We will have lots of preparations to do. For something like this, I should go all out with the menu. I'll have to come up with something special. Don't forget us. I'll make something really nice in the bakery. Well, I'll go out just this once. A murmur of concern spreads to the crowd around us. Our supplies, we shouldn't overdo it. We're well set with supplies for now. Besides, the chief will be coming back with some of the rarer stuff soon. In spite of everything, I can't help but smile just a little at the sight of the excited people in front of me. But I still share some of Tobias' worries. Even though we defeated the soldiers in the Idell, I still don't feel safe. Adele should be dead. I saw her body torn apart by the stone shrapnels, and yet I can't shake this horrible feeling. Lena, what's wrong? Are you hurt? Oh, it's nothing. I quickly hide away, my hands still smeared in Adele's blood. Are you sure? You don't look too good. I can't help but smile a little again at the obvious concern in her eyes. She's a kind person. I don't want her to be troubled by all these things now that the festival is obviously cheered her up. Well, it's been a long day. I think I'll just go back to the cottage and rest. I see. Get a good rest and I'll see you tomorrow. She smiles encouragingly at me. I return to Jester and turn around to leave. Tomorrow, Tobias will head back into the mountains to search for Adele's body, and my bad feelings will be proven wrong. Yes, for now I should just sleep. Then as we part ways, I notice Tobias just sitting there, looking distraught as he sees me come closer. I'm sorry, it was my fault. What was? Things almost went horribly wrong back there. It's because I abandoned you all. I decided to come along, and then I wasn't prepared at all. Don't worry about it. He looks at me for a moment without saying a word. Don't worry about it? So that's it, huh? The judgment's been cast, hasn't it? I failed. Why does it bother you? Did you want to fight after all? No, I just... He stops again, finding it hard to express what is on his mind. Forget about it. It's over now. You don't have to risk being one of us anymore. With that, I brush him off and walk away, heading back to the cottage on my own. Somehow part of me is surprised at myself for disregarding him so coldly, but I'm too tired to listen. I just want to stay to end. Day 9 already. That was a short day. Well, no, day 8 was that battle and everything. Never mind. The next morning, I am awake and my cheerful sounds from the kitchen next door. I realize I have overslept. Most of the night was spent falling in and out of a restless slumber with a strange and confusing dream. It seems I didn't manage to rest properly until morning, which explains why I'm still so tired. I push myself up and try to clear my head. There are still lively sounds coming from beyond the door. It's very unfamiliar in this house. As I open the door, I see something even stranger. 4 people are gathered in the room, apparently trying to coordinate breakfast. Aaron is ordering Gavin around with Tobias, watching them, a devastated expression on his face at this destruction of peace. Even Simon here is watching the debacle from a corner. Gavin put his plate over there and then bring me the bottle. Alrighty. Simon, make yourself useful and get the extra chair we left outside. What? Stop filling up my house with their useless stains. Come on, you make it sound like a big deal. Do you really want your guests to sit on the floor? I never invited any guests. Well, we're here now, so let's make the best of it. Erin is beaming and completely repelling Tobias' complaints. This is so like her. She can actually be pretty scary this way. Oh, Lena, you're up. Lemonade. Oh yes, good morning. Just in time, too. I think we're almost done with the preparations. As for why preparations wouldn't be necessary for a simple breakfast, I have no idea. That's because you haven't tried this breakfast yet. Besides, it's a special occasion. What about that chair? Right, I'll get it. Simon timidly gives it and leaves the room. Wow, I never thought I'd see that. Just what are you all doing? I head towards the small table, which is now filled with plates and bowls of food. It's like this an extravagant breakfast with omelet, bread, and salads. It must have had a hen in this. I was going to come by for breakfast again, but Erin insisted on coming along this time. She even brought all this with her. Although Simon and I were the ones who ended up carrying it all. If you want to visit someone, at least get permission first instead of just barging in. Come on, Tobias, no hard feelings. Besides, I'm still worried that you're not feeding your guests well enough. Tobias gets a complex but obviously insulted expression. No, that's alright, really. I quickly interrupt Tobias before Tobias can say anything. After all, I do feel a little sorry for him in the situation. Here you go. Simon sighs and places the chair near the table. It looks like the chair's at the end. They must have brought it with them all this way. I can also tell that half the plates aren't part of Tobias' collection. Probably because he never has guests like this. Oh my, aren't they overdoing this? Great, thank you, Simon. Well, breakfast is ready now. Everyone enjoy. Hey, relax, Tobias. At least you get a free meal. What's so bad about that? Tobias is still sulking by the inn. He suddenly gives in and sits down in his appointed chair with the rest of us. Even though they are noisy, I'm still a little grateful that anyone decided to show up today. It saves me from an awkward morning along with Tobias. This is really something. Are you sure it's alright to use all this food for us? I really get the chance to go all out, and I need to practice for the festival anyway. Besides, it's just something like that you all came home safely yesterday, right? I thought this would be a perfect chance for that. Celebrate. Our victory, huh? Somehow I don't feel like we accomplished anything worth celebrating. Erin looks unexpectedly as we all pick out something from the table to eat. She's excited as usual to see how people react to her cooking. Tobias tastes her omelet. A slight look of displeasure crosses his face. It was only a tiny hint, yet Erin notices it right away. What, you don't like it? Oh, well, it's alright, I guess. Alright, just alright? What's wrong with it? It's nothing, never mind. Erin obviously is satisfied. She takes her cookie very seriously, so no negative comments allowed to slip by without proper arguments. Alright, it's just overcooked, that's all. Huh? It's obviously what's the answer she was expecting. Overcooked? Of course it's not overcooked. I played it out perfectly. I'm sure this one is just as good as any omelet Mary could make. In that case, she had bad judgment. Whoa, he just sits there very dangerous there. Erin's eyes open wide. Well then, why don't you try making an omelet while preparing several other dishes at the same time? I'd like to see you make an omelet that tastes half this good. Now that the fight has started, Tobias isn't backing down anymore. Especially since he was already in a bad mood. He confronts Erin head on. I wouldn't have any problem making ones better than this. Anyone says it, Tobias. Are you serious? What's with that look? Why wouldn't I be able to do it? Well, you just seem like the type who would excel at making omelets. Give me a break. Omelets are simple. Huh? This is really a surprise. He's talking as if he really has confidence in these things. You can really cook too, Toby. Wait, you can really cook, Tobias? Why, does everyone think I can? Well, it's just that the food in this house has always been so simple. That's because there's no point in doing it when you're alone anyway. Toby's just pouting. In the course of this meal, I've already seen more display of emotion on his face than in the days I've spent in his house altogether. What are you talking about? You have a guest now, don't you? Huh? Of course. Shouldn't you take proper care of your guests? Tobias looks at me. He has an almost panicked expression on his face, ready to face with this question. Of course I do, but you have to be practical. Resources are scarce, and after all, she doesn't really live here, so she only uses the bed. If you don't want me here, all you have to do is say so. Don't be stupid. Toby stands up, both his hands slammed against this table. Everyone is staring at him again, dumbfounded by this reaction. He seems to realize his overreaction and tries to recollect his composure. I never said that. Besides, you're already here. I'm almost never at home anyway, so it doesn't matter to me. He sits back down and looks away. Anyway, I like to taste that omelet of yours. I bet you would. Toby takes another bite of his breakfast and looks away, still pouting. Leave him alone. People are chatting while eating Aaron's breakfast, and I can't help but be influenced by warmth, and so I'm watching that scene. Even Simon Victor takes part of this conversation. Yes, if only this was it. Everyone was so happy and want to stay this way. Yes, this is what I've decided. This is a place that I truly want to protect. I look at Gavin and realize that he has suddenly fallen silent in the midst of the chatting. He just stares straight ahead as if his mind is somewhere else, but it only lasts for a moment before he notices my stare. He just smiles kindly back at me, and I turn my face away. Was it just me? And have you tried this yet? No. I barely managed to answer before Aaron shuts another serving on my plate. Wait, can I even eat this much? This will take a while. The next 2 days will be spent in preparation for the festival. The whole town is looking forward to it. Let's go to the main street. Sniff, sniff. A soft sobbing voice, sniff, sniff. It's coming from behind the corner of a small house. I peek behind it and notice a small girl rubbing her eyes while trying to hold back her tears. Are you alright? She looks up. I've seen this girl before. She was with the boy chasing around the chicken. There are tears in the corner of her eyes, but I can tell she's been trying her best to hold them back. I'm worried about my brother. She must be talking about that boy. Why? What's wrong with them? I lost my doll and he went to get it. She glances towards the forest. Does that mean he went in there? I dropped it, but when I went to pick it up, I saw a big dog run away with it. Sniff. He told me just to wait here. Great. A wild dog or a wolf? Yes, you do that. Wait here. I'll go get your brother back, alright? She nods with it, even more tears forming in her eyes, and I head towards the forest right away. I should be able to scare off a lone wolf if need arises. They shouldn't be starving around here, which wouldn't make them too dangerous. But a lone kid might still prove too much of a temptation. Not too far, I stop and close my eyes, concentrating on picking up the presence of the boy. It takes a few moments. Picking up weak traces like this were never one of my strengths. There, he should be somewhere in this direction. Quickly follow the trail. It looks like he hasn't come very far yet, and soon enough, I see him in a small clearing. He is looking around, holding something in his hand. Looks like a ribbon. Hey, he looks up and started out my appearance. I hear you're out hunting for wolves. What of it? He immediately turns defiant. Your sister is worried. What did you expect to do alone against a wolf anyway? Looks up at the ribbon in his hands. I didn't plan on fighting it, you know. I just had to find the doll. Besides, I'm not that helpless. I see the ribbon must be from the doll. It probably fell off around here. I breathed a deep sigh. Why didn't you just ask one of the dolls to help you? This place isn't all that safe, you know. I just don't want to ask them. The boy mumbles in irritation. I can do this on my own. You can't trust adults anyway. His voice is determined and accusing at the same time, like that of someone holding a deep grudge. What do you mean? Not even your parents? My parents aren't here. Wait. But the orphans, I begin to wonder what kids like these are doing in this remote town anyway. They must have their reasons for hiding up here as well. I'm sorry. Don't be. I can take care of myself. Yeah, I'm sure you can. You should still have someone. So I've asked someone to help you. How do you think your sister would have felt if you got hurt while looking for her doll? I want to get hurt. I can tell he just feels bad when I say this. Those are two are obviously close. I bet the still guy decided to take care of them all on his own. And you can't trust adults. You keep saying that. Haven't the adults here been nice to you? They have. But it doesn't mean anything if they get stung. Huh? What are you talking about? Stung by the shards. He looked at the explains everything. It must be only kids understand. I just keep looking at him in confusion. Don't you know a story about the mirror that broke? Oh, so that's what this is about. The magical mirror broke and the shards flew through the air, stinging the hearts of people and turned them all mean and evil. It explains a fairy tale with an expression of someone talking to an obviously slow and stupid adult, but I feel my heart sink at his words nonetheless. Those kids were betrayed by someone close to them. It could even happen to you, you know. That's why you can't trust anyone. It's okay. What is? I haven't been stung by those shards yet, so I can help you find out, can't I? I guess. He stares me with this skeptical expression. And then I'll help you get this doll back to your sister. Is that alright? Yeah, it's fine. Just this once. This is obviously a strong-willed little guy. It just makes me want to protect him even more. So, did you find that ribbon here? Yes, Sis dropped the doll a little further back, but I only found this so far. It must have fell off when the wolf jogged along. Maybe the sitting of the girl on the doll is made agitated or got playful. I helped the boy search the area for clues. And I find something a little further into the woods. It's an old doll made by patches of cloth sewn together. I'm sure it was cute one too, but in its current state that is hardly the case. Oh no. The one runs over to me and sees her reminds of his sister's toy. Looks like the wolf did have some fun before abandoning it here. Let's take this back to her. Yeah. He's obviously dissatisfied that he couldn't save it from harm, but at least I can take him back now. Don't worry, I think I know someone who can fix it. Oh my poor thing. Mary inspects the torn piece of cloth in her hand. The girl is standing stiffly and looking down at the floor with their broken brother beside her. Don't worry, I'll take care of this. You will? Of course, she obviously isn't feeling well right now, but I'm good at curing people, you know. That's right, you made my cough go away once, so you can heal her too. I can just leave it to me, and you'll have her back in no time. The girl's face lightens up, and she presents a wild smile in contrast with her tear-drenched cheeks. Okay. The two kids are enough. I sigh in relief at this whole ordeal finally being solved. Thank you. You don't have to thank me. It's only natural that I would help them. But this poor thing is going to need more than a few stitches to be repaired. I'm not going to recreate part of it from scratch. Hopefully she won't mind. I'm going to ask what their story is. They don't have any parents, right? Everyone hesitates while pondering this. There is someone the chief brought in. I hear he found them in a village by the border. Apparently, like him, they too had family on both sides. When the war turned for the worse, this split them up. There was a brutal attack where their parents were killed. I see. I wonder if someone of the soldiers in that attack were from that very family. It's not unheard of. The war divided their family. Something like that can make grudges run deep between someone who were once close, fighting over who was right and who was wrong. Even if the subject is pointless and something a child would never be able to understand. And who just messaged me on Facebook? Okay, my mom. I don't want to talk to her. Shards of the magic mirror, huh? I pondered this out loud. Oh, it's a fairy tale, right? And the one speaking of the evil in every human heart? I heard that one too when I was a child. I just hope those two will be alright. I just got achievement unlocked. Frozen Hearts. Okay guys, I'm going to end the video here. Okay guys, I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.